Greetings, fellow Starjacks. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, The Voidborn. Episode 43, Arrival at the Heart of the Hive. Neuroformer time. Yo, Gideon. Upgrade to level 5. Come on, get berserk! Far skip. Well, good, but not great, given that the ship kind of does the far skipping for you. Alright, dead. Did I get them all? Let's search. Dead. All the humans are buried. Cool. Unrestrict. So, very annoying that they took out the autocannon turret. And honestly, I took it out. It was my shooters that did. Because I was trying to shoot the dude that, like, refused to die. I'm trying to remember whether if you go near the cages with corpses in them, you see the corpses? I forget. I know they instill terror, but I forget if you actually see the corpses. I don't think so either. I think it's just like you see the cages. Which is weird. I feel like, they're most prominently, there's like dead people in them. I don't really care about any of the clothing that they offered. What a puny base. There's also, the caravan. So there's also the case where, like, it might be worth trying to get Gideon to get Berserk Psycast with his level 5 Psycasting. That would be amazing, because then I wouldn't need to rely so heavily on Insanity Lances. So I am all for that if I could pull it off. And then according to the game, I'm out of chem fuel. Which means I wish I could leave this stupid cursed tile. But yeah, we'll just spend some time, like, repairing and hauling stuff into my trade zone. And here's the cat helmets that I wanted. Nice. So I apparently have already made one. I've not a clue who's wearing it. But it's right there. Rylus. I'm gonna force you to wear it because your marine helmet has 1% left of usage. i.e., ain't gonna be helpful. Top cage might be a dead Starjack. None of that matters. It might be. Contains unknown. I'd have to open it up. But yeah, if I could resurrect a Starjack, it would be Roy. Obviously. Compacted machinery. So the only other node of compacted machinery I just found, and it's like deep in a stupid cave in the middle of nowhere. Nice. So we'll be out of here in 2 days. And our next zone is going to be... So I'm going to start making chem fuel from organics, because there's plenty of stuff to butcher. Our next hop is going to be the lovely Grav. The only thing I might want to try is to buy chem fuel and try to buy that psycast. That psycast would be really important. Maybe I'll try the boss without it. Try the mech hive without it. I think I can manage given all the utility items I have. I've got multiple Insanity Lances. Lisk has an Insanity Lance. Got low shield packs, a ship full of guns. Not saying I'm a shoo-in, but should go well. The other thing is we have some bio-coded weapons that probably need to get melted down. I'm surprised they aren't in the bill already, but they aren't. So smelt weapon, forever. We'll nuke all the bio-coded weapons, and then maybe we'll smelt down some of the the lower quality weapons because our weapons bench is pretty full up. Also, I kind of want Icy to hunt as a joke with the green shotgun. So let's shoot the ostrich with the green shotgun because I think it would be pretty funny to use a toxic combat shotgun as a hunting weapon. Yeah, as I thought. That emu, I'm surprised it didn't immediately rot. It basically was rendered inedible as a result of the combat shotgun. And it strikes again. Yeah, this thing is disgusting. This thing is a people smusher. If I've ever seen a people smusher. Toxic rounds is it's pretty strong. And when you dump it in your hunting target, you end up ruining your meat. I mean, I knew that was going to happen, but it was pretty amusing, so 10-10 would do again. Alright, let's go ahead and enable butchery while we are making chem fuel out of the corpses, or out of the meat. Toxic bullet sounds like a war crime? I'm shooting an animal. So, I don't think there's much crime in that. If I was shooting people, I agree with you. Okay, 24-hour hold. And as far as the chem fuel goes, it's all fueled up. Next restock 11 days. 7 days. Never traded. So let's try to go to Lobo and see if they have Berserk Psycast for some miraculously weird reason. I'll just do it. So we're gonna bring. Oh, before we do that, let's grab all the leather that is littering the ground. So I'll start loading up the silver. I should just not dump the silver out. I don't know why I've been doing that. We also have a cataphract helmet. Chain shotgun will sell. There's really not much else. I do have some doors to dye. Oh, we have a power outage. Not much of a problem. Wait, what? I'm at grid. Oh, What's on that shouldn't be? Smelter? Machining table? I'm actually relatively surprised. Fab bench? Did we disconnect our power somehow? Let's check. Yes. Well, no, but yes. I think it... maybe it was turning on the long-range scanner. Given where I'm going, I'm just going to turn off the orbital scanner. We don't really need that on. None of the turrets are plugged in right now, so they're not taking up any power. With that said, having extra batteries might not be a bad idea. So that there's not really a chance of my batteries running out. Alright, we do have some bio-coded weapons that I want to shred. And then I'm going to high priority haul so that we can load all the silver back into the great grav shuttle and then move the leather where I can use it. This is not going to be all the leather. That's enough meat in this stockpile. I'm going to stop butchering. If Icy would stop, she just keeps going and going and going despite the uninstall. So once the last of the leather is loaded up, we'll try one more shopping site to see if we can't buy Berserk. Because Berserk would make the last fight a lot easier. So loading up here is Lisk. And heading southbound for some trade. This is like right at the edge of our trading zone. That's fine. Bar skip, 2 copies. Well, that's annoying. Sure. Acid spray, vac resistant, attractive roar voice. Okay. I guess we take the silver. And I think I'm just gonna leave the silver in the ship, or I'll try to remember to. Oh, the Insanity Lance, hell yeah. That'll work. What? Like telling me I need a return trip. Yeah, I don't. Thanks. Okay. I'm ready to pull the trigger on the mech Hive attempt. So we've got armor. Oh, Icy, why did you take off your... Oh, I don't think I have cataphract helmets allowed. So let's fix this. Starjack gunners. Cat helmet. No vac helmet. Starjack ballers. Same deal. Starjack kids. Vac helmet. Because they don't need to have armor on their heads. So we'll wait for the helmets to be worn. And there's another exotic goods trader flying overhead. Sweet. So let's see what there is to buy. But I know all my silver's in the ship. Indoor dweller, extra pain. Gene reimplanter, partial lungs. Manhunter Pulse. I am going to want to buy the Insanity Lance, but I think that's all I probably want to buy. Flesh Hardening wouldn't be terrible to have, but given our like movement speed penalties that we're already suffering, it might not be ideal. Let's move 1,500 silver into the position so I can buy stuff. All right. Awful construction. That'd be funny to implant in a Starjack. Hey, the one thing that makes you good. It's bad now. Words of Trust actually might not be a bad call. To fix some rivalries. Or to help with Starjack prisoners. Some, you know, both. So, we do have a spare marine helmet. And as soon as everyone's awake in the morn, I am going to save to make sure that if we screw up, we can, you know, persist. So, Hive attempt. Once everyone's up, we're going. Get the shock lance too. I have the silver. Shock lancers aren't as useful to me as insanity lances. With one insanity lance, you can do a lot more damage. Shock lancer's kind of blah, and I have 3 shock lances, so I'm okay without it. All right. Are we? Yeah, we're relatively good to go. Here we go. Mech Hive. So in order to gain access to the Mech Hive, you have to do a bunch of grav cores first. You don't get to go to the Mech Hive without at least a fair bit of grav coring, like let's say 5. I don't know the exact number, but it's something around those lines. And destroying the Mech Hive will stop the Hive from chasing me, which was the theme of the series. So this puts a stop to their pursuit. It actually disables all mechs everywhere. Okay. So, in order to take out the Hive, we need to destroy the Cerberus core. In order to destroy the Cerberus core, we need to destroy the 3 stabilizers. And the 3 stabilizers are going to be in these mech buildings here. So there's 4 buildings. Okay. There is really good map RNG for this corner, but I can't land there. Can I land here? Not really. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to land in the open here with my gangplanks. My ship's like too big. I wanted to land so that they couldn't like attack me, but it's outside the bounds of the map. So I'm sort of stuck like landing more approachable. The reason you can't normally land without signal jammers, these weapons would fire on you. They're not actually weapons, they're just designs for weapons. Well, like that's the way they work. And then as a larger point, the way this whole fight works is that the Cerberus core will continually send attackers at you until you're like done clearing. So it is a bit of a, I'm not going to say it's time trial because it's not technically timed, but you're in danger if you don't clear the threats on the tile. So yeah, I'll park it here and try to work fast but not recklessly. Will threats build? Sort of, yeah. Alright, schedule. Inside ship for everyone. I only want them outside if I draft them. And I'm not gonna, actually, I'll activate the shields. Might as well. Another important thing that we're going to maybe want to consider is stockpiling dead mechs around us to shred their bodies for ammunition to kill more mechs. Okay, all the immediate turrets are dealt with. So we want to gain access to this building, and probably what to do is to hack the top, which means we have to deal with all of this junk in the way, which is not, it's pretty, there's a lot of them. But the immediate threat is dealt with. I'm not going to worry about the loot in these smaller buildings. These smaller buildings do not host the giant like reactor core stuff that, or the stabilizer stuff that we are looking to do. So I don't care about it. I'm here to kill their core really only. Oh god, Gideon, you are gonna lose a leg to that pikeman. Okay, let's take 5. And I am going to fabricate a healing enhancer. Calls yikes. Might as well hack these 2 facilities in the meantime, because I'm not doing anything else. So what I want is anyone that is injured to bed rest. And so that Gideon gets back on his feet quick, I'll use, like, real meds. Because it's kind of important to, you know, have a tank. But I should not... What I want to do is I want to, like, bait out the shots, but not have him actually do the tanking. Free health worth it? Yeah, definitely. Thanks for reminding me. Alright, ship is pressurized and temperate. Nice. Just double checking, but yes, it is. Sniper rifles might be pretty useful against things like Lancers out here. So, Icy and Lisk both have Architect eyes. I'm going to switch to sniper rifles so that I can take out long-range targets. Icy, you still move faster than 100%, so I'm going to have Icy snipe out these guys. Staying just outside the range of the turret. Now, Rylus, I'm going to have you poke into these buildings. These buildings generally don't have, like, enemies, so I'm not too worried about them being occupied. Alright, and the inside... Ooh, I got really lucky. So, you can see these doors here. Sometimes you have doors like these. These doors lead back to themselves. These doors lead through, so this gives me like cover. It gives me like a place to pop my head out and attack. So that's pretty lucky. So like this door leads to that door, this door leads to that door. That door is useful because we're going to want to avoid some of these turrets. Smoke doesn't really work in orbit all that well, so having door access like that is pretty handy. Alright, Lisk is about half done with the Hancer. I probably should have got that ahead of time. I just didn't. But in hindsight, it would have been wise to. And Luciferium. Okay. Weird to have a drug like that in a place like this. I see you could take a break. Actually, do you need a break? No, you don't need a break. I'm going to have you go over here and start to plink at this group, whittling them down, because I'm going to want access to these two facilities. Those are the ones I'm going first, because they're closest. I'm going to hope I don't have to clear this facility, because it's the furthest from me, and I'll have to clear a lot more to get there. And then this facility I can enter from the back door here, meaning I don't necessarily have to clear these guys out, because the stationary guards stay stationary. So if I don't have to kill the stationary guards, that's good. Because all of the mechs, once I'm done, get destroyed. They get disabled. So I don't need to do like that kind of full clear. Alright, area 1 is redundant. Get rid of. And Icy's basically here just waiting for them to fall into her range. Alright, Militor's down. Once Gideon's back on his feet, I can have him just go after the turrets that are left. That'll be pretty. Oh, for God's sakes. Alright, there's no reason for us to be in there, so I'm going to forbid the door. If I launch from here, do I kill the mech? No. I'll have to find a new mech hive. It, like, deletes the attempt. So, I ought not to launch unless I absolutely have to. Oh. Alright. Pirates! Enemy of my enemy. That's actually really handy. I'm gonna get back into the ship and get ready for a defense. So some of these guys are gonna be coming my way, but most of them are gonna be just like fighting mechs. And if I turtle inside my ship, they should target the mechs. Heal enhancer's done. You, sir, are gonna get it. But yeah, you can see these mechs here. These mechs were generated as a result of the Cerberus core. They weren't there before. So, the longer you take with this, the harder it gets. Because enemies are essentially created over time. Okay, Gideon now has the healing enhancer and he's sedated for a day. I'm going to prioritize defending myself with steel over uranium if I can help it. So I'm going to be using the autocannon turrets. The other issue that I have is we're going to have a lot of dead bodies as a result of this pirate fight that I don't necessarily want to, like, see. So I'll put them over there with Icy. But yeah, these pirates are doing a really good job clearing out crap that I don't have to deal with. Baseliner. Okay, so they are not... Starjacks. Hussar. Here's a Starjack. Cadet. Cadet's a Starjack. He's a slow learner masochist psychopath Starjack, so maybe not really high up on our list of people to get. Industrious nudist psychopath. Why are they all psychopaths? What's with the psychopathic Starjacks? Can I just get, like, a normal one, please? Alright, I think those are the only two. They do exist. They're just rare to find. Alright, so these guys are going to be coming after me in just a minute. Because all the other valid targets are kind of poofed. It's unfortunate that I didn't hack open any of these doors. Because, you know, had I could have had them clear out some of the inner facilities for me. So, turning on the old shield gens. Let's get them. Nope, there goes the hunter drone. So technically, I could get Cadet, although I'm choosing not to. I don't really want psychopaths in my tight-knit family of Starjacks. Yeah, if you stand right in front of the autocannons, you're fine, which is why I'm like hugging the turrets. Because if you're within 5 units of the thing firing, you're not gonna get friendlied. But thankfully, these pirates really did me a big old favor and cleared the field. Okay, I think all pirates are downed. Let's see. Rylus, you're stressed, so go back inside. Icy, I got some work for you, girl. So I'm gonna strip all the people out here, because we'll just, like, melt their armor down for bullets. And sorry, Cadet, that also means you. And all the vac suits here are probably going to get melted down, too, for munitions. Nope, there's already more mechs. I see. Because this is a bit of a time trial, where is the wake up? Here it is. Take wake up, drink lavish, or you actually don't need lavish. Sugar for, nope, not offering shelter to anyone. Gideon, how goes it? You're almost fully healed. Good. I'm going to assign entire ship so that we can start reloading turrets. And then as I clear out the corpses, I can widen the allowable zones. Alright, Gideon's fully healed. I'm going to have Gideon go hack this door. Because there's not really a threat from these Militors. He's shield belted. Probably a faster way to do this in the future is to just like pile up the bodies in one pile like adjacent to where we're doing this and throw in frag grenades. So I'll try to clear out the... If you have more human-like corpses, try to clear it out more efficiently. Alright, there is a turret in there, but that's no problem. I wasn't trying to save you. Shut up. Icy. You can haul Genevieve and Esme. And then there's some corpses out here that I don't... Ooh, I'm going to want the Neutrimine, so haul them Neutrimine. I don't think I'm going to necessarily haul these guys, because maybe if I put them here, I won't see them. That's fine. Basically, I just want them out of the way. Alright, we don't... There was no stabilizer in there, but there's a hell of a lot of... Okay. So there's a small chance that there's a... There's the stabilizer in that last room. Just, it's hard to say for certain. I would have to clear it. Okay, mech assault. So these mechs that piled up are now attacking me. So they are... It's like a wave survival. Activate the shields. Go stand out front. And Icy's gonna be, joining this fight. So you can see why I'm trying to use only the autocannon turrets. Oh, God. Shoot the test run. So that we don't run out of, ammo. Because it is, like, a very... long-winded wave survival. Alright, Mr. Gideon. The Cyclops somehow walked past you, so just like go back inside and check this door. I'm gonna stand right in front of the door so I don't trigger it without me paying attention. Mike, that's... Oh, God. Child. Ouch. Alright, Mike should be inside the ship. Sorry, buddy. Go rest in the hospital bed. Our last room. No... So, we know now where the stabilizers are. 1, 2, and 3. Unfortunately, I parked next to the dud, but at least we know that now. So eventually, there is a sealed crate in there that like I can gain access to once we're done with all of this, but that's gonna be a minute. Okay. New zone. I'm going to name this close. The close zone is going to give access to this stuff for our fighters, but staying away from the corpses. Because the corpses, of course, are gross and nobody wants to see them. So close is going to be Rylus, Lisk, and Gideon. Unrestricted is still Icy. And the Mike is going to be locked in the ship because he ain't safe going around. How are you alive? Just mostly bruises. Alright, Icy. Haul these two corpses away and then haul the Neutronium back. So let's cue the doors for these to be hacked. So in this little corner, I don't think anyone's going to see that very often. Smelter on. Turrets off. So barrier durability is just like the thing that we just keep redoing. That's the challenge. Mike, did you get healed? Yeah, you got healed. Rylus. Let's go hack. And we're turning the armor into... Oh, no mech corpses there. We're turning the armor into munitions. And the shredded mechs into munitions. Basically, we turn dead mechs into bullets to kill more dead mechs. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, The Voidborn, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch a next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Starjacks.